Welcome to the first part of the RCMojo TT-01E build-up. As this is a Tamiya kit, the bags are nicely labelled, which will make this build go nice and smooth. As always, the bags get dumped into pots as needed. Since we're using bearings instead of the bushings, we don't need to use the grease quite as the kit suggests. For this bit, the grease will help against water ingress rather than lubrication. Next is the prop shaft, which will want upgrading before a more powerful motor gets fitted. The battery strap posts get fitted here too. On to part 3, and Tamiya's fibre spacer washer thing. Never quite sure what it's there for, but it must be there for a reason. Don't worry too much about getting the pinion in the right position, you can fiddle that when it's slotted into the chassis. One of the new TT-01E parts goes on now. It feels like quite a nice plastic. Now you can set the pinion position. Try and centre it on the spur, but without it rubbing against the chassis. Number 5, and the first of the diffs. As there are no hard bearings here, you must make sure to get grease on all of the running surfaces. And a small screwdriver is handy here, as the small screws are very easy to strip. Now the diff gets fitted to the chassis. The plastic pinion gear was a bit of a tight fit on the end of the shaft. I pushed it on with a small socket off camera, but I'll show you what I did when it's time to do the front one. Time to close up now. Shock mounts and suspension arms. Put a tiny bit of grease on the moving parts of the arms, not too much or it'll attract dirt like mad. Worth noting, some people recommend running the arms dry, which results in less need to clean the parts so often, so less maintenance. 2 rear hubs, everything's press fit on this bit. Nearly done with the back end already, but time for a chunkier screwdriver as these threads are a bit tight. Last bit at the rear, drive shafts, which need a touch of grease on the ends, hubs and body mounts. As always, don't forget to have a look at RCMojo.com for more RC fun and games. Well, that's it for this part. Check back for part 2, where we'll be building up the front end, steering, dampers, and getting the chassis rolling.